Behind her, from one of the windows of the station's center structure, Yeoman Carr watched the young woman's every move. He was new to the station, the most recent to join the crew, and it had taken him long to recognize that many of the others looked up to Danny Q, and that many of the men were obviously attracted to her. Yeoman Carr didn't understand that sentiment at all. He found Danny, as he did all humans, quite repulsive. For a while, Yeoman Carr's people, the Yuzhan Vong, resemble humans in form, though they were on average a dozen or so centimeters taller and quite a bit heavier and had less hair on their heads, both face and scalp, their ways were hardly similar. Even if Yeoman Carr might admit that Danny was somewhat attractive physically, though how could she be, with not a single scar or tattoo to mark her rise toward godhood? Those tenet differences, attitude differences, made him consider any union with her with disgust. He was Yuzhan Vong, not human, and a Yuzhan Vong warrior. How ironic then that the pitiful humans thought him one of them. Despite his revulsion, he did watch Danny and often, for she, above all others, was the leader of this democratic group. According to the others, she had been the one to kill the cougar that had slipped into the compound that first year. She had been the one to take the creaking old spacecaster shuttle into orbit to repair the damaged orbiting telescope only a couple of months earlier. And she had been the one to figure out how the scope might be repaired in the first place. They all looked up to her. She was the one Yeoman Carr could not ignore. "Early again?" came a voice behind Yeoman Carr. He turned to regard the speaker, though he knew from the voice, particularly the teasing tone, that it was Benson Tumri. "Or is it that you still here from last night?" Tumri went on, and he gave a chuckle. Yeoman Carr smiled, but did not reply. No answer was needed. He understood, for these people often wasted words merely to hear the sound of their own voices. Besides, there was more truth on the words than Benson Tumri could ever guess. Yeoman Carr had not been in here straight through since his shift the previous night, but he had been present more often than not. The others of the station thought it was simply newbie excitement, the feeling they all had shared when they had first arrived, that the elusive extragalactic signal could happen at any time. In their eyes, Yeoman Carr had taken the excitement to the extreme, perhaps, but he had done nothing. He was confident to arouse any real suspicion. "He'll get bored with it soon enough," Garth Breeze said, another of the night shift controllers, sitting up on the White Room's higher level, where the comfortable chairs, the gaming table, and the food could be found. The room was elliptical, with a wide view screen on the front wall, 7 control pods in a 3-1-3 pattern before it, in the raised galley area, taking up the rear quarter.